Alright, Shalom. This is YAHAWAH with the GMS Dallas camp. First off, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and salutations to the Akim scattered throughout the four corners of the world who teach this word in truth and sincerity. Now, I just want to go into a quick topic going into the the destruction that America is about to face according to biblical prophecy. All right, because the scriptures do talk about the daughter of Babylon being destroyed by fire. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up some scriptures, going into and proving to you that that fire is talking about the thermonuclear weapons that Esau has developed. So I'm gonna start off with Jeremiah 50. Now, it's gonna be by the hand of these other nations, that have built up, their military and their technology and and their science to where they are able to obtain these thermonuclear bombs. That's Esau, the so-called white man's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because really, he's the one that really gave it to him. The schematics and all that, blueprints and how to build these things. You know what I'm saying? So that's, Esau really gonna fall on his own sword. You know what I'm saying? And we seeing it. But anyways, I'm gonna read this. This is Jeremiah 50. I'm gonna start off at verse 29. Okay, let's see. This is call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her, for she had been proud against the Lord, against the holy ones of Israel, man. And them all that bend the bow and camp against it round about are these other nations, man, that have that that thermonuclear bomb capabilities. Okay, they're all gonna shoot their missiles off, man. Because if you read Revelations, we'll get that. We'll get that later. You know what I'm saying? But it says, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all of her men of war shall be cut off that day, saith the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be destroyed by them archers, man. And there's a scripture in let's see. Let me see if I can remember which one it is. Give me 1 second. Okay, Khan. Here, I'm gonna go to it real quick. I believe it's Job 20. Let's see. Okay, here it is right here. You could really start from the top, but the point is right here where it says, Job in verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through, man. And them archers, like we read, with them archers with the bows, we read in Jeremiah 50th chapter, starting at the 29th verse, is going into that, man. That iron weapon, that and the bow of steel shall strike him through. All right? And it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gout. Terrors are upon him. All right? So them archers, man, like it says in Isaiah, behold, I have created the smith. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because these other nations are going to shoot their bombs at America, man. And also, there's a point I wanted to make that America will also has also will retaliate. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be other places that are going to be hit, but they're not going to be completely destroyed like America is. Like that lake of, or that sea of glass, like a glass of fire It's in Revelations. I forget. I'll look it up right now. But that's what that's going into, man. You gonna see it from space, and it's gonna look like a sea of glass. Fire. You know, that's what America's gonna end up looking like. But oh yeah, Isaiah. Let's get that real quick, and then I'll go make that point. Say Isaiah 54:16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." Man, that smiths is them scientists. You know what I'm saying? That the Most High gave them that understanding on how to build these thermonuclear bombs. Because remember, the scriptures say that the Most High is the one who gives wisdom of witty inventions. I believe that's in the book of Ecclesiastes. All right. "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord." Now, the elect aren't going to be affected by these plagues. Talking about them that fire and them bombs. All right. They're going to be delivered out of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna get some other scriptures, but I just want to make a quick point going into how these other places, how America will retaliate and also, send off their bombs. You know what I'm saying? Because I have it right here pulled up. It's like a retaliation plan if America were to ever be threatened by a nuclear bombs. All right, so this is called the massive retaliation, also known as a massive response or massive deterrence. It's a military doctrine and nuclear strategy in which a state commits itself to retaliate in much greater force in the event of an attack. You know what I'm saying? So pretty self-explanatory, right? So it says, in the event of an attack from an aggressor or a state would massively retaliate by using the force disproportionate to the size of the attack. All right. The aim of a massive retaliation is to deter another state from initially attacking. For such a strategy to work, it must be made public knowledge to all possible aggressors. The aggressor also must believe that the state announcing the policy has the ability to maintain second strike capability in the event of an attack. It must also believe that the defending state is willing to go through with a deterrent threat, which would likely involve the use of nuclear weapons on a massive scale. So if America is threatened by Russia or China or any other any other nation at that time, man, they're gonna retaliate. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna send off their bombs. And there's evidence in movies, shows, games. You know what I'm saying? Even in books, you can read these things, man. It's unavoidable that America will also launch their thermonuclear ICBMs to these other nations, because America, man, that proud spirit of Esau. You know what I'm saying? If we dying, they dying. You know what I'm saying? But there's a clip I want to play. It's from a game called Metal Gear Solid. Okay, it's called Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. So I'm gonna give you a brief explanation of what's going on. This is like towards the end of the game, right? So towards the end of the game, you have Snake, or Big Boss, who's pretty much trying to stop a fake nuclear attack. Because there was I forget, but there was during the game, before you get to this part, you have somebody like hack the systems and computers of America, pretty much making it seem like Russia or the Soviet Union at that time, because this is like around the 1960s or I forget. But anyways, 1960s, because it's like after the Cold War, I believe. But anyways, so the Soviet Union, America is getting signals, like fake signals. Somebody, sending them fake signals, telling them that the Soviet Union has launched ICBMs to America. You know what I'm saying? You know, a big boss knows that it's fake. You know what I'm saying? But the way that the U.S. reacts is the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? They gonna retaliate. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do the same thing, man. They gonna set off their bombs. Okay, so I'm just gonna play this clip, real quick, just a little bit.
Drive system. The data uplink still intact. We've got 1,500 Soviet ICBMs crossing the North Pole. Target region is confirmed as the west coast of the United States.
Go to DEFCON 2. Prepare to launch ICBMs.
How do I make it stop? Peace Walker is a fully autonomous system. Unlike the other machines you fought, its command authorities are all located inside its cerebrum, the mammal pod.
We've got to stop the mammal pod. I don't have the abort code either. Coldman was the only one.
Snake, destroy the AI inside the mammal pod. The inner barrier protecting the mammal pod is designed to be as strong as a bomb shelter.
Okay, well, you pretty much get the point. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here. I think
The president's cold.
There's no time for that. We need a decision now.
Huey, call NORAD. We have to tell them the nukes aren't real.
I'll give it a shot.
Forget the order of succession. If we're all going to hell, let's take those bastards with us.
See, there you go. You know what I'm saying? That's that overall fuck it spirit that Esau got, man. You know, they being threatened by supposedly being threatened by the Soviet Union with their nuclear bombs. So they said, what did they say? What did he say? He said, if we're all going to hell, let's take those bastards with us, man. That's what Esau's going to say in that day, man. Like, okay, we getting bombed, fuck it, let's take them out with us. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand that these other nations, man, that they building up their defenses, you know, you can even read up on that too. You know, their what is it called? Their anti-missile defense systems. You know, they built them up to where they can really maybe even in the future later on when the shit goes down, they're gonna be able to deter those missiles, man. They're gonna be able to stop them. You know, or most of them. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm gonna play a little more and then I'm gonna get back.
We have 12 minutes to impact, sir.
May God have mercy on our souls. Jesus. Coldman guessed wrong. They're gonna go through with it. The platform sustained a lot of external damage. All we need is some pressure. Pressure. Sink it in the lake.
Okay, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much get the point. You know, at the end of the day, man, America's going to retaliate. You know, other places are going to get hit, but not as bad as America. You know, the bulk of the missiles that are built or have been built in America in the whole world are going to be hit towards America. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to Ezekiel 38, I believe. Here, you know, and it's really not a coincidence that game would choose Russia or the Soviet Union as a example or a choice. I mean, for that scenario. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High said that he's going to put the spirit on Gog and Magog, right? I'm going to read that, okay? Ezekiel 38:1, it says, And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief priests of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against them, right? And say, Thus saith the Lord of power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief priest, prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army. Okay, so look, it says when it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. That means that's going into how the Most High is going to put that spirit in them, in these Russians or the Gog and Magog, to fight, to go to war. You know what I'm saying? And if you read it, and I will bring thee forth. And all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer and all his bands, and the house of Tagarma of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. So all these nations are going to come up against America, man. The Most High is going to put that spirit on them, because they getting tired of America's shit. You know what I'm saying? There's another one in Jeremiah. Here, I'll look it up in my sword real quick. That talks about that all these other nations surrounding roundabout. Here, I'll get it. Okay, it's in the same chapter we just read, actually. Yeah, 15:9. Look, it says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." And that's them same archers and them same with the bows, with the iron bows and the glittering sword and the iron weapon. That's that, man. It all goes into that. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Now, if you go to Zechariah, I'll get it. If you go to Zechariah 14, let's see, verse 12, it gives you an example of of what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the accounts of what happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki during them, when America bombed them with them atom bombs, it's similar to what the scriptures say, man. People's flesh falling off, their eyes melting in their sockets. There's real accounts of that. You know what I'm saying? Here, look, Zechariah 14:12. "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth," man. And that's what happened, and that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, because if you read, I'll get one more and then I'll end it off on that. I believe it was 2 Peter. Let me see if I can look it up here. Okay, yeah, 2 Peter 3:10. All right. "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." Them bombs going off. Because there's three parts to a bomb: the initial shock wave, the heat, and then the fallout. Which is all that nuclear. What is it called? Oh, that radiation, nuclear radiation. But that heavens shall pass away with a great noise is talking about them initial shock waves, man. They're gonna be so strong, it's gonna crush your inner organs, and the heat will melt. Depending on how far you are, it might just disintegrate you in less than, because that heat travels at the speed of light, man. So people who are in the exact middle of the ground zeros are going to be disintegrated and not instantly evaporated like they never existed. You know what I'm saying? And then this part where it says, "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up," man. That's them nuclear bombs. If you look at a documentary, how your body would react to a nuclear bomb, it tells you all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to make that point. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm gonna say shalom.